All right. And we are live. This is Melly from Hoshi's Nerd Squad. Go ahead, girls.
Hey, here.
Nikki, are you still alive? She's like, did she freeze?
I think she froze. Yeah.
No! Oh my god. Yep, it froze. It froze. What a great way to start the stream.
No.
Oh my god. Are you there?
There you go.
Lord.
I hate Comcast.
Yeah, Comcast is bad.
By the way, I can finally put it on large grid mode now.
I know she did not just say
What
I hate
happened?
girl, that's my internet company. Stop. Okay.
Oh, I hate Comcast. I've hated it for years.
Okay. Okay.
FYI.
All right.
It
Anyway,
looks
it's Melly
good.
from Hoshi's Nerd Squad. We have team leader number 2, Danny. Team leader number 3, Nikki. And we have a special guest. So everybody say hi to
How
Nick.
y'all doing?
And
Hello.
let everyone know, what do you do?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm a graphic designer / illustrator. Um, that's my night job. That's what I do at night. No, but during the day, I work a nine to five like most people, and yeah, and I have my own YouTube channel, and I work my art there and trying to grow.
Awesome, awesome. So we invited Nick to this podcast because just like us, he's a nerd. So we're going to have a fun stream. We're going to talk anime, video games, comics, you name it, we're going to do that. And I know all of you guys love when we end up having podcasts or anything related to that. So let's get into it. So, Danny, go ahead and start off some questions.
All right. So Nick, what kind of illustrations do you do? Like, I guess what you do and what kind of style you prefer.
Ever since I was younger, my style was always comic book art. I grew up with Jim Lee, Stan Lee, of course Jack Kirby. All the greatest. Um, so I've always developed that comic booky style. But I did dabble in some anime artwork at one point. I just thought it was really interesting. I'm still a big fan of the whole Dragon Ball series. I know that's a little bit mainstream in the anime aspect. I'm not um, too familiar with a lot of the other animes, although I am getting into more stuff like Demon Slayer and some other stuff that I've been taking a look at. Especially with a lot of stuff coming out on Netflix. But yeah, my art style is more comic book style. Um, but yeah, I've been trying to develop more of a realistic comic book style where the shading and the coloring is more realistic, but the actual style is comic booky.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I
So,
guess do you? I know you do like the comic book style. So do you get like a lot of requests for I guess for comic versus like kind of like what we see, if you turn on the TV or even the computer. How is it? I guess. Okay, I can't speak. Anyway, I'm like in my mind, it makes sense, but it coming out my mouth, it is not. I guess. Let's change it up. Actually, what's your favorite type of client? Would you say?
Ooh, To be honest with you, my favorite type of client is the ones that allow me to go free reign. I know I get a few clients who ask for certain specific things, um, but when they say like, you know what, just go all out and do your thing and just let the inspiration come through. And those are my favorite types of clients. I actually had one recently that he's a photographer and he wanted to do some type of a logo design so that he can put onto a shirt, whatever. And not only is a photographer, he's a videographer for some like local rap groups and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, this is urban. This is my style, you know. So I did something very graffiti like, something that you definitely see in the middle of, like I'm from Philly, so in the middle of North Philly, you know. That would be definitely something that I like. But he told me, go ahead and do your thing, just let it flow. I got another guy who actually asked me for another one similar to that, very urban like. But he did give me some parameters. You know, he was a big fan of Quentin Tarantino's, all his movies and stuff like that. So it's like I'm doing more something like more Japanese like, with the Kill Bill style. But those are the kinds of things that I like, is where they allow me to just run with my imagination and just put something out.
He mentioned Kill Bill, and all I thought about is Danny.
Me
Because
Oh,
too.
wait, wait,
Danny
wait, hold
loves
on.
her Kill Bill. There she goes.
So
Yes.
right
Ooh,
here,
nice.
Ooh.
she
very
actually
like fake sword
she
fighting
actually
with real
cosplayed
swords.
one of the characters at Comic Con when we were at one of the cons. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd you
I was gonna say
cosplay
I
as?
better see you as Elren.
Okay. No, but
Yeah.
that katana looks sick. I like that.
Yeah.
I did Go Go one time,
Mhm.
several years ago. Yeah, but that's besides the point. That's really cool. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Having free reign of your art, so you can like really express yourself, and then your client like, wow, go above and beyond their expectations. That's really cool.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean it's
I
like
guess.
I've
Do you have
never
any
really.
Do you have any like upcoming projects that you're able to or and slash or goals?
Hmm. Well, the one that I was telling you about with the Kill Bill, that's actually an ongoing project. I haven't finished that one yet. So I'm working on that one, and I should be getting that out shortly, probably by either tomorrow or Monday, at the latest. So that one's going to be good. And then my next project is actually it's going to be a T-shirt design. I have a lot of Cuban friends. So I don't know if you guys heard, but like at least here in Florida, I know it was big. I don't know if it was, big everywhere else, but there's a big Cuban style like march, preaching for liberation, whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm actually going to do
Um,
something of that sorts, kind of paying homage to it, um, by drawing like a Captain America figure, but inverting the colors and actually making it Captain Cuba.
Cool.
And screaming out
mm.
for freedom. Holding out the Cuban flag, and just to represent my Cuban friends out there. So,
That's
so
awesome.
that's the next big project.
That's really cool. Yeah.
It's very cool.
So now let's see. Let's switch this up. So let's talk. Let's talk. Yeah.
All right. Enough talking about this.
Okay. 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 So he and I actually go way back high school, and we clicked
Oof.
because of anime. We clicked because of anime. So
Hmm.
anime back around the time that we were in school. It was not a big thing, and yes, everyone got made fun of if they watched anime because it was weird and you're a nerd. And you know, I was just that one girl that was actually into all of this stuff. Um, and it was funny because I remember like we would like go home and watch that anime block, and it would be like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho. um they would go and give you some Gundam, some Ronin Warriors. I mean,
Oh
you
man.
name it, you name it.
Oh
I'm
snap!
throwing
Yeah.
you all the throwbacks. And the next day you would come back to school and be like, yo, y'all saw that battle with Goku yesterday? And it would be
That's
like
crazy.
the funniest thing because like you would get like hyped up, like everyone watched that moment, like everyone watched the moment when Goku turned Super Saiyan, and everyone talked about it the following day at school. Yo, you're gonna watch this, like, look, this is what happened. Or like when you're watching Yu Yu Hakusho, like, oh my god, like, the dark tournament, like, Yusuke and Toguro, like, it was just like the hype around that time. And like to see it go so big like it is now. I mean, but when I was in high school, I didn't have no sisters. I now have a 16-year-old sister, and she is big with Yu Yu Hakusho. She is big with Cowboy Bebop. This is stuff I was watching when I was 14, and she's watching it now. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, we actually clicked with video games and anime. That's how it started. That's how we actually befriended each other at first. Like, wait, there's a girl that likes anime, likes the same stuff. Why are you watching this stuff? And I'm like, listen, I live with four boys. What can I do? But yeah, like that's
Yeah,
how.
actually, you know what? I admired you for that because, like, you were good into that. Me in high school, I was more like, I was your closet nerd. I didn't want to be like outed as the nerd. So every time we would talk about it, like, I see people I know come around, I'm like trying to keep quiet.
He
Now,
would
but
give
now
the
I'm a full
side
blown
eye.
nerd. Now I'm full blown nerd. You know what? Guess what? I'm proud to be it.
Yes.
I have no problems with it. I
Yes.
just love to express myself and be all about it.
Yes. That's how it is. And like me personally, I didn't care. Like I was just like, well, I'm a nerd. Don't care. Doesn't bother me. And I mean, I was just this girl from Jersey who ended up in Philly and just like had no friends, and I was just considered already weird. So, for me, like I just clicked with just a few of the guys. I clicked with a few of the guys all because, like I'm just walking around and someone's just having a conversation about Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, hold on, this is my type of conversation. Or like someone was, playing a video game and they're like, listen, did you pass this game? And I'm like, I did. I have the codes. Like, wait, pass me a code. Wait, what do you know about
I hope
this?
you charge people for that.
I know, right? You should have been making
You
some
know, I
mad
was the
money.
first person who beat Ocarina of Time back in fifth grade, and
Really?
I was charging everybody for like tips. Yeah, the first
Listen.
person in my time, and people were like, "How do you beat this enemy? How do you beat out that enemy?" I'm like, "Getting money. Yeah, you gotta pay me first."
Oh my god.
Actually,
No,
speaking of Ocarina of Time, that was my favorite Zelda game.
that's one of
Mm,
my top favorites. Ocarina of Time
mm.
is the first one. The second favorite is definitely Twilight Princess. I love me some Twilight Princess. Like, I love Twilight Princess so much, I'm going to tell you right now. I own it for Wii, I own it for Wii U, and I even have the HD version that I ended up rebuying before they ended up releasing the Switch. So I mean, I'm such a big fan of this series. Like I had to buy all of them. I think I even have the game. Yeah, I have the GameCube version as well.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah,
So I
that's
GameCube
the
version
that's the
of
one I
Twilight.
had.
Yeah.
That
so I
that
have GameCube, Wii U, because Wii U released with the HD version, and it came with a little Wolf Link amiibo, and it came
Mhm.
like that. And I'm like, okay, I have to buy it. And my mom's like, you already have that for like Wii and for the GameCube. Why are you buying this for the Wii U? It's the same game. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. It's Legend of Zelda.
yeah,
I can't
that's
help it.
fandom for you.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. It's
Mhm.
just like Sailor Moon for instance, like I've always loved Sailor Moon, and I see something to Sailor Moon, okay, I have to buy it. I want it. I want it. But back in the day, we didn't have those options. Back in the day, we didn't have those options. I can tell you right now, what the heck did we used to do back then? We used to sometimes watch it in the computer class.
Oh yeah.
Watch it in the computer
Yeah.
class. Yeah,
Like I
Daddy
used to go to
laughs
Chinatown
because it's
and go to
true.
those like DVD stores and or the VHS stores
Yes, yes.
and get those DVD or not. I keep saying DVD. It was VHS back then.
Oh my God,
Um,
VHS. Yes, I
used to go
own.
to VHS stores and get the Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I had so many of those Dragon Ball Z ones from in VHS, like the ones where like it was definitely Japanese. It's like all you heard was the Japanese version. It was dubbed English, and I was like, all right, I love this stuff, but it was so hard to find.
Mhm.
I think back in our day, we only had like one shop that was like about a half hour walk away from us that we can go to and we can get that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I used to buy a bunch of little figures and little the mangas and stuff like that. That was crazy,
I
but
think it was a
you
shop in
couldn't
Fifth
find it anywhere else.
Street. It was a little shop, a
Yeah, it was
video game
the
shop in
little
Fifth
shop in Fifth Street,
Street,
exactly.
and it was they had like little figures, little video games and stuff like that. And then if you wanted to get like the cooler stuff, you would have to go to like, the actual like record shop that they had. I believe it was in Cottman Avenue. It was the only place that I
Yeah, little
remember.
FYE,
Yeah.
FYE,
Well,
I think it
That
before
was.
was
it
the one
was
my friend
FY.
told me
Wait,
about because he used
wait,
to
cuz
live up
now
there.
cuz now it's going to make y'all laugh. Before it was the FY, it was actually called Coconuts. And I know because I have something
Oh
with that damn
yes,
sticker.
Mhm.
I have something
I
with a
remember
coconut
coconuts.
sticker.
yes,
And
I remember that.
that's where I was gifted all three of the Sailor Moon movies in VHS. They were all from Coconuts. My One of my movies actually has a sticker. That's how I know. Freaking
Mm.
Coconuts. I can't. I feel so old right now talking about that.
But it's fun
It
talking
is.
about this kind of old anime.
Other than Dragon Ball Z, any other anime, like any other back then anime that you would like put like, give me like at least if you have a top five, give me a top five.
Oof. Wow, from back then. Like I said, back then I wasn't that big into anime. Except for that stuff that I would see on Toonami. It was the Dragon Ball
Cause it's
Z.
all top
Uh,
tier stuff.
Mm.
yeah, but I mean, like at this point, it's like I don't even consider like it is anime. Don't get me wrong, I do consider it anime, but it's like I don't know, it's mainstream. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Because like I can't consider myself as like one of the biggest like a huge anime fan because
Right.
it's like I'm only starting to get into some of the deeper stuff that
Mhm.
like you don't really see on mainstream. Like oh, what was the last one? I think it was Death Note that I watched. And Demon Slayer is another one that I'm looking into, but it's like I'm not like I don't really know that much about anime aside from what's mainstream and what's been out there on like on the platform on different platforms. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but like I said, Dragon Ball Z was my favorite. I actually grew up with it and watched Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. I even watched the new series, Dragon Ball Super, um, which by far is my favorite. And I'm actually looking into buying the mangas again to get that series
Nice.
going
Mm.
because they finished the season, the show, but the manga kept going. So I was like, I want to see the rest of this. I
Nice.
was a big fan. Like I know it's kind of girly or whatever, but I was a big fan of Sailor Moon too. Yeah, I used to watch that thing every morning.
They all made fun of me for that, by the way. I still remember that. I still remember that. I used to make fun of me for
I
that,
told
but
you,
it's
I was a
okay.
closet nerd.
I
I was a
know.
closet
I
nerd.
know. I know, and it's okay. It's okay because a lot of people that I knew, in school were like that, and I just used to be like, why you care? But it was just brutal in school back then, like
Yours was like total
anything.
opposite of
But it's
mine.
like now, it's like every other kid out there is like they can now like embrace their nerdiness when that back then we would get made fun of that.
Yeah,
And
I
Yeah, no,
was
it was
gonna say your
time.
opinion is very different from mine.
mm,
Like, if you didn't watch Ball Z back in like 2000, you were considered weird in my school. Like, it's so opposite. I don't know how. Like, I thought everybody was into that stuff. Like, even in elementary school, we all watched Sailor Moon. We all pretended we were the Sailor Scouts. Like
I
my
mean,
girlfriend always made her like,
who didn't watch Sailor Moon at 6 in the freaking morning? Cause listen, okay, now I'm gonna feel extra
Mm-hmm.
old again. I'm gonna feel extra old again. It would be Hamtaro at 6 o'clock and Sailor Moon at 6:30. Cause my mom
UPN
used to wake us.
57.
Yeah, my mom used to wake us up like around 5:30, and it would be Hamtaro, and then it would be Sailor Moon. And I wanted to stay home after that, but then my mom's like, "No, you got to go to school." But it would be that, and then I mean, really, the start of like all that anime stuff though was technically, and I'm still gonna stay hands down my top tier, top fave, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. It's what started it. That Adult Swim lineup, Cowboy Bebop. We weren't even supposed to be up watching that, and we were still up watching it because we didn't care. We did not care. We did not care. And
Have you
guys,
guys seen that they're coming out with a live version of it?
I'm not
Or I
interested
think
in
they
it.
came out with it, right?
I'm not interested in it. I have zero interest in the live action at all. Um, these girls can tell you the voice actor was at one of the conventions that we did exhibitors for 2 years ago before the pandemic. I did dress up as Spike, did my own cosplay as Spike, and I met the voice actor, and I came back and full blown tears because it was just like I felt like a 14-year-old child meeting this man. It was like the hypest moment ever. And but yeah, I did the whole cosplay. I did the cosplay like overnight. Like I had to add pieces to, his the whole suit, get like a
It
wig that
looks
would
really
look.
good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to die. I had to sew all of that stuff on my machine, and it was the craziest thing. I was gonna break my machine, by the way. I just wanted to look perfect, but I mean, he saw the outfit and he said that it was the best Spike cosplay he had seen, and that's what, like, I cried because I'm like, dude, like, I used to get made fun of for watching this stuff, and you're over here complimenting me, like, you're the freaking voice of my childhood. So it was
Yeah,
really
actually,
cool.
you know what? It's like going to like that's the whole point. I think. Well, I wouldn't say that's the whole point, but like that really makes things come
Mhm.
together. It's like you go into these comic cons and conventions and stuff, and you go in and cosplay, and then you got the voice actor who played the character that you're dressed as, saying
Mhm.
that you're wearing like one of the best cosplays they've seen.
Mhm.
Like that just brings it all together.
Right.
It brings it all together. You're like, you know what? I did a good thing.
Yeah. I have a question for you though. What do you actually, because of your artwork, what do you actually consider doing like Artist Alley at a con?
Oh yeah, I definitely would consider it. I I mean it would definitely take time. That's something I'd have to look into. Because like I said, I do work like a regular 9 to 5 job. Unfortunately, um, that takes up a lot of my time. Like I work Monday through Saturdays, and
Oof.
Monday through Saturdays, I usually go in at 10, and I come out at 6. So it's like I already have a long day, and I do my artwork afterwards because I think that's the best way to unwind. Of course, I spend time with my wife, my daughter. So I do have my family there. My wife and my daughter are nowhere near fans of the kind of nerdiness that I'm
Oh
into, but
wow.
Mm.
um, yeah, my daughter is one of those preppy types. She's like got to be the popular kid, and she gets that from her mom. But yeah, like they accept me for who I am perfectly, not a problem. But yeah, no, they don't. They're not nerdy at all near to the level that I am.
Oh wow.
Although my wife is a big fan of fantasy stuff, so she does like the Harry Potters and Fantastic Beasts and you know, the Narnias and Lord of the Ring kind of things. You know what I
That's
mean? So she was
Danny's
into that.
forte.
Snatch
That
a
is
booger right
Danny's
at you.
forte. Lord of the Rings. That is funny because we're gonna have our Twitch anniversary this coming week now, and she's actually kicking off Hobbit Day on Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's about
Uh-oh,
to
we
show
lost
us
her.
something.
Guys,
She's about to show something.
this is
Oh,
my
wow.
Legolas knives. I
Oh,
have the Fang Orange and the Elrond sword, like over here.
That is
And
awesome.
who do you guys want to see? I have my Archer Protect the Realm.
Oh my goodness, that is so cool.
Out of control.
yeah.
You
we
got it.
we invited her to one of the cons back in 2018 where they had a few of the actors and one of the hobbits himself, Elijah Wood, and she was there for one of the panels. She got to actually be there at the panel, so she didn't get an autograph or anything, but she was right there when they were all present. So
Oh, that's cool.
she was
Mm-hmm.
really happy for that experience. Yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah.
But yeah, no, going back to that question that you asked me, I would definitely do it. I do gotta plan it out though. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a vacation to get it done because I think it would be awesome. I think it
Yeah,
would definitely be awesome.
it takes months of planning. We do exhibitor work ourselves, as a team, and believe me, it's hectic when they tell us, "Hey, we want you to do exhibitors at this event," and we have to just plan out everything, and we're like months, like just set up, deciding what cosplay we're gonna do, and oh my god, the procrastinating that goes on between Hoshi's and just our personal lives on top of that, and then deciding, wait, I want to do this cosplay, but no, I want to do that one, but I have to fix this. It's insane, but in the long run, it's like so fun. It's so fun, and like we love it. We love it. I mean, the pandemic kind of like just
Yeah.
kind of like stopped us from doing like a lot of things because we were going to do a lot of stuff. I mean, we were actually going to be doing New York Comic Con last year, and that would have been the first time
Really?
that we would have done NYCC. But
It's one
unfortunately,
of the biggest ones in the states.
yes,
That one in San Diego.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, we couldn't do that, and because of like a lot of stuff that happened, we couldn't end up doing it for this year. But that was actually one of the big ones for last year. Had we had not had a pandemic, that's what was going to go on.
Hey, we still got this year. I think a lot of this stuff been opening up. I don't know if New York Comic Con is back
They
on.
are, but again, we can't, you know, go and do anything. I'm moving, so like there would have been no way for like the whole entire team to be able to go to New York and set up, and we wouldn't. I personally don't have any cosplay to go to any con, so it would have been the downside that all the girls will be in cosplay and I would be the only one not in cosplay. I would feel some type of way. Like I have to dress up. I have to dress up. But
You gotta be a part of the team, right?
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. All
And I'm in
right.
senior year. I can't do anything.
Uh, all right,
Oh,
Nikki. I'm gonna ask you
oh no.
now.
What
Go
do you have?
ahead. Go. I'm gonna leave you with the video game questions.
Oh
So
no.
go ahead and ask him a video game question.
Okay. I guess my first question is pretty generic. What kind of games like are you into?
Uh, well, lately, to be honest with you, I've been into PC gaming, um, and I've been doing a lot of like I built my own gaming PC, so that's kind of one of the reasons why I got into it. I do like the first person shooter games. Um, Although it's like I'm not like I'm big into consoles, but I'm not a big PlayStation fan. I'm more of an Xbox guy and a
Mm.
Nintendo guy. So like I do have a Switch, I do have an Xbox One. I don't have any of the new consoles yet because, like I said, I've been going into PC gaming. Um, and I've been doing a lot of stuff with that. There's this new, like semi-new. I think it's called Variant or Valiant. I think
I
it's
think I've
kind of
heard
like a
of it.
first-person shooter, but it's
Mhm.
got more of
Oh
like
yeah.
a it's got like a very fantasy type style to it, like mixed up weapons and
Danny, weren't
it's
we gonna do that game on PlayStation 4? And it kind of froze our whole system and we had to like remove it.
Mhm. I think I remember that.
Yeah. It's like with fantasy stuff and all of that.
mhm. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's more of like a how do you say it? It's like have you guys okay? You guys know Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's say it's like a Call of Duty mixed with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like that kind of when I say fantasy, I'm mixing up my words, but I mean more like futuristic and cyberpunk type ish.
Mhm.
But it's actually a pretty cool game. There's another one that I've been playing. It's called Warframe, which is
Okay, I've
kind of
heard of that.
Mhm.
it's kind of like Destiny, only it's not natural. Like it's not regular human beings. They're like alien types
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But it's got the same kind of concept. And that one's open source. Valiant is open source as well. So like they're free games. You could definitely download them. But they're awesome. So those are the kinds of games that I've been playing lately. But I still love my Switch. Like recently, I've actually been playing the Pokemon Sword and Shield. So like I love those little games as well.
Nice.
Mhm. Oh yeah, Pokemon's a definite classic. We all like when we were in, I think we were in like fourth or fifth grade when Pokemon first came out. I'm old too. Just for all the young kids watching this, I'm older too. But walk around. We used to run around doing the Pokemon rap and
Oh my
trying to see how good we
god.
did it. How many Pokemon we could all name. Like we had like if you could name as many Pokemon as possible, this happened, etc., etc. But you guys all have a Switch. I'm on the PS4 and I have Xbox One downstairs
Well,
as well. So I
I
know.
have a Switch. I have a
Hmm.
Switch. And literally like the only games that I have like kind of played on there, I do have Pokemon Snap. I do have of course Animal Crossing. And
Hmm.
I have Tales of Mana. I have what is the other game? I had a game that I had gotten recent and I completely forgot the name of it because I haven't even touched my system.
Hmm.
And I am going to do next week Skyward Sword because I have to do Skyward Sword on there. I have it
Yes.
for I
Yes.
have Skyward Sword for the Wii, but I had to get it for the Switch. So I'm going to be playing that soon for the Switch.
I've been
Again,
looking and getting into Legends of Zelda. The which one? The Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like that thing just looks so sick. I wanna play it.
I'm gonna say, as much as of a big Legend of Zelda fan that I am, for some reason, Breath of the Wild does not attract me that much. I don't know. My little sister, who's like also a big fan, like she doesn't. She kind of dislikes it. Like she says, there's just like a lot of they changed up a lot of things, and it's like she's like they even give you a time limit now to swim. You didn't have that before in any of the other ones, so it's kind of weird. But yeah,
Yeah, they
I
do
don't
this
really
weird
like
open
it.
world thing.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
really like it that much, but I like the older ones. I'm really into the older ones, and of course, like you can't forget like some Super Mario all the time. Like I have the one that has the remastered of Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. So I
yo,
love all of
Mario
that.
Kart. You can't forget
You
Mario Kart.
can't
Come
forget, of course, you
on.
can't forget Mario Kart. Like,
Mario Party.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mario Party. That
The
that
game that
definitely.
destroys friendships.
Oh my god.
No, I think the game that destroyed friendships the most is probably Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
You play Smash Brothers, like you literally like after you finish the brawling the game, you start brawling with your friends around there because like, no, I beat you, no, I beat you. Why you good? Yeah,
I
that one
can't.
definitely finishes a lot of friendships.
Oh yeah, I can't. Same thing with what was another one that used to do that? Pokemon Stadium.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I have OG Pokemon Stadium because I still own a 64. So yeah, that one
really.
was another one.
I've been looking to get because I think my niece had my 64. I gave it to her,
Mhm.
and my niece grew up. She went out to the army and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, where's the 64? You still got it? Because that thing is like nostalgic now, right? Like I'm
Funny
trying to get
because
it
I
back.
sold several systems recent a few months ago, and everybody was just trying to grab, Switches and GameCubes, and I mean, like 64s and GameCubes and Nintendos off of me, and I'm like, oh my god.
I still got my Dreamcast
I
sitting
have a
around.
Dreamcast. Look, listen, when I end up, once I'm settled at a new place, there's going to be a lot of retro streaming going on in this channel. Definitely. Because
That Dreamcast.
I'm going to
That's gonna
have
be
every
great.
single setup. So it's going to be
For
crazy.
me, Dreamcast was the bomb because like I would play Marvel vs. Capcom all the time. I
Oh
know they
my
had that
god,
on PlayStation, but
yes,
I
yes.
love
Marvel
Marvel
vs.
vs.
Capcom
Capcom.
was my favorite game. You know what? I've actually saw one of those. Oh my god, it's like one of those little arcade games.
Yeah.
Like you can buy it. I think you can buy them at Walmart. I saw one that actually had the Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, they do. They're selling those now. A lot of people that I know of have been like buying those. And I'm
Mm.
like, I've been showing them to my mom, and I'm like, this looks kind of cool if we do like a game room setup. And she's like, that is kind of cool, and like,
You have to
yeah,
convince her first.
set up all of that.
For real.
I mean, cause my little brother still lives with us and stuff. So like, hey, that would be something really cool for everybody to be able to use. But I'll be using
Yeah,
it too.
especially
Team
especially
using Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes.
well that and the fact that like all those little arcade games that you get out there, they got the retro games.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's pretty much all retro games. Ninja
Right.
Turtles, Marvel vs. Capcom, Mortal Kombat. Oh man, when I plan on moving soon, so it's like I'll be having I'm gonna set up a new studio, so I'm definitely thinking about getting one of them to put them in the studio.
Nice.
Hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they have a lot of those games at the barcade now. So, like, I'll go play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 over there, or I'll go play like Turtles, or I'll go play like was it King of Fighters 98 they have over there now? No,
Ooh,
96. I'm sorry, King of Fighters.
Girl. Girl.
that's
I'm
old
like,
school.
Girl.
I'm coming up to the SNK machine. I'm like, put a quarter in. Got my going.
She said SNK, and I'm over here like, oh my god, I feel old. Like, God, I feel old. And you know what's funny? We actually, if I'm not mistaken, we actually have some older stuff. Like when we were packing things, I actually, because we have a Sega Genesis and like a box, and I mean the box was like about this stacked with just a bunch of like Genesis games. And here I'm like taking out King of Fighters and all of those other games, and all I thought about was I'm like, oh my god, if this child gets to see these. Like, I thought of you once I saw King of Fighters and all of those other games. Like, I'm like, if she sees this, she would go insane.
KOF! Give
Yes.
me that
She's like,
AOE!
gimme.
Oh man, you remember like you guys remember the amount of hours? Like I'm pretty sure like we could I know until this day when I get onto a game, I'm on there for hours, like hours upon hours. But
Yes.
imagine the amount of hours that we spent back in the day when we didn't have jobs, when we didn't, and all we
Right.
had to do is just come home from school, and
Mm-hmm.
that's all we did.
Especially on the weekend.
Oh goodness!
On the weekend, then you would realize, like, wait, the sun's coming up. Oh my God, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Wait, I gotta beat this part.
Mm-hmm.
It
Now I
was.
remember I went, and this one was actually with the Kingdom of Time. I spent an entire week. I would wake up, play the game, go to sleep. But I
Wow.
would be hours upon hours, and it's like I know it's not that long to beat the game, you know what I mean? But like I was looking through every little nook and cranny, trying to make sure I got that every little gem, every little hidden secret. Like I had to do it. That was my passion, and plus I was bored. I was in a place for 2 weeks where I didn't have any friends at the moment, so it's like all I had was my video games, some TVs, and hot dogs. I'm like, okay.
That's a life.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
And on and on. Just wake up in the morning, play the game, and then go to sleep.
Wow.
That was all winter break.
Oh my
Winter
god.
break. I want to say, yeah,
That was summer break for me.
a whole winter break playing Ocarina.
Summer break for me was definitely that.
Yeah,
For
for me
sure.
it was a summer break as well. Yeah, it was a summer break.
And then I discovered Resident Evil.
Oh god. Resident
I got
Oh,
the
Evil.
I
GameCube
love that game so much.
on
I actually
copy.
got the remastered version too.
Mm-hmm.
Resident
I
Evil.
got the GameCube, the remake on the GameCube, the one where Jill's fighting off the zombie.
Uh huh.
And okay, I'll take it. Yeah,
We were
Yeah.
like
playing games that we were not
I
supposed
got
to be
this game.
playing back in the day.
Oh, for real, for real. Like I
Oh, dude,
Resident
I
actually,
was playing
Evil,
Mortal
Devil
Kombat back in '92.
Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, Devil May Cry.
I
Yeah, I
think,
played the
like, to
first
be
one when it
honest with you,
first came
they're
out.
worse now. The Mortal Kombat games are much much worse
Oh
now than
yeah.
they used to be back in the day.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. And it's
God, I
They
just
remember
actually
those
like,
got
first
like
few games.
really specific medically wise. Like they show you every little bone that's breaking. And it's like, yep, that's medically sound. You
yeah.
had doctors
Oh yeah, with
consulting
the
on the game.
fatal blows. Yeah,
Like
That's crazy.
those fatalities got serious.
yeah.
Yep.
Those fatalities in Mortal Kombat 9, some of them were
Oh
so
my
freaking
god.
sick.
Yeah.
Like that 9, like the one that came out in 2011 came out. We were all at this bar in Mako's, and that was when they were announced or like revealing characters, um, like one by one each week. And we would always have it on the big screens, like, oh, did you hear New Sidewalk just got announced? Or did you hear Kung Lao just got announced? Or did you hear now Ermac just got announced? So we had like the big screen and we were showing all the trailers. And we were all going, oh, oh.
Yeah, they were crazy. Actually, you know what?
Out Mortal
I'm
Kombat
really
now.
happy. I'm really happy that NetherRealm took over for the DCs and they got the Justice Injustice games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, that's
There's
how
a
you gotta
third one
play it.
that's supposed to be coming out.
Really?
They
I
think
didn't I
so.
didn't
They
hear
think
about
it's,
that one.
yeah. Oh, it's supposedly got leaked or that it will be leaked. I don't know.
All right. So, we're going to jump into comics talk. We're going to jump into the comics, and this will be a good one for Danny also, because I know she and I are also really big into the comics, yeah, and especially her and her favorite. So let's go. I guess we talk. Let's talk Marvel and DC at this point.
Whew.
Marvel and DC.
You
And
guys have been into Marvel a long time.
I know already which one's your fave DC character, but go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a big fan of both Marvel and DC. My favorite DC character, as Mel knows, is of course Superman. Um, my top guy. My second top is surprisingly enough not Batman. It's actually Flash. Um, but then my third guy comes out to be Batman. So yeah, a
Mm-hmm.
different version of the Trinity, I guess. No, but then when it comes into Marvel, I really do like my favorite character in Marvel is Spider-Man. That's off the bat, and I guess it has to do with the red and blue scheme. And Superman. Then you got Spider-Man in the same color scheme and everything. Uh, but yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of both. But lately, I've actually been looking into um, some indie comics. I've been looking into a lot of the indie stuff. I do like some of the other stuff, like from Image. Um, Image used to be my thing back in the day because like those were the things that were not so mainstream. Like you had Max, you had Spawn.
Oh yes, I love Spawn.
Mm,
I love
fun.
Spawn. Yes.
You also had Youngblood, and so it's like I've been looking back into Image. I've been looking back into like Dark Horse Comics. Dark Horse Comics actually for me, I think, has a lot more of the anime style type comics, but it's
Yeah.
like it's not manga, but it's more anime style.
Mhm.
And I've been reading some of their stuff lately because like they had the big Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover in the comic
Right.
world, and then yeah, so I mean those are the kinds of things I've been looking into.
Awesome. 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 I I I was surprised to hear, Spawn coming up in this conversation because a lot of people don't know Spawn. And it's surprising. A lot of people don't. And I've actually asked people before and they have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm like I will show them a figure and I'm like this and then they're like I think I've like heard of it or like I think I've seen a movie and I'm like, "What?" It's crazy, but yeah, I mean, I have a few comics, and I have actually a few figures that belong to my uncle, and he passed them on to us, and because my uncle's a really big Spawn fan, and yeah, so I'm
I'm a
I'm
big Todd
surprised.
McFarlane fan. That's the reason why I
Oh
like
yeah,
Spawn.
see,
Because Todd
Mm,
McFarlane is
yeah,
one of my favorite comic book artists, and the
yeah,
reason like he started off with Spider Man,
mhm,
and then he branched off and he created Image Comics, and
right,
the number one was Spawn.
yeah,
Like so, like that was my favorite. That's and if we really look at it, like if anybody knows Spawn from the movies, they really don't know Spawn. Like Spawn was definitely a lot grittier
mhm,
when it came to the comics. It was a
oh yeah,
lot
oh
darker.
yeah,
mhm.
definitely, definitely.
And the movie was dark itself, especially they're coming out with a remake too.
I'm curious about that one. Very curious
Like,
Well,
I'm
about
as
it.
Todd
curious with that one
McFarlane
as
is
I
the
am about the Blade remake.
the Blade remake. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Mm,
know because not 1999 anymore.
right.
no, yeah, right. The one thing I do know is that Blade is probably gonna, at least give us a little bit better vampires than what we recently seen in movie history. Um, but
Hmm.
no, I don't know. Mahershala Ali is supposed to be a good actor. I think he would definitely do great as Blade. But Blade's forever going to
Mhm.
be Wesley Snipes. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Wesley Snipes.
All right, Danny.
Ah,
So take it away, and any questions that you want to end up asking. By the way, our chat is like packed on Twitch. We have like 6 views, and the chat is going crazy. Make sure you guys that if you're not following us yet on Twitch, make sure to follow,
Did I
subscribe.
finally get the notification? I
Yeah,
did not. Oh,
subscribe to Hoshi's Nerd Squad on Twitch. And
I
if you
never got the
guys want to
notification.
If you guys want to feel super generous, drop us some biddies during this live podcast, which is our first live podcast, by the way. So, Danny, go ahead and take it away.
The pressure is on. I
You
guess
got this.
I guess the most obvious thing to make sure, since we have some, people watching, where people can reach you, where they can see your artwork, your info, pretty much.
well, anybody can reach me on over on Instagram. It's under LMD Studios Art. Actually, it's LMD underscore Studios underscore Art. I got to make sure that that's clear because otherwise you're going to get somebody else. Um, you can actually reach me off on Instagram that way. YouTube, you can see my art there. I do post at least once a week. I've been trying to do some, tutorials type thing, try to help other people learn how to do artwork as well. And I'm going to be posting some of my projects going on forward and trying to help people, learn how to do the same kind of things, because I do believe art can be very expressive and very therapeutic. I've seen a lot of people who had, very depressed and stuff like that actually dive in deep into art, and that's what helps them get them through. And so I kind of want to make sure that everybody has the same opportunity. But yeah, and I can also be reached on Facebook. The same tag, pretty much LMD underscore studios underscore art. And yeah, I mean, right now I don't have a Twitch yet, but Mel's actually trying to convince me over here to get one.
You should. You should get one. I'm telling
They're
you.
very-
It would believe me, like this type of stuff you do would actually get some, good viewing. You would get a lot of support for it. And yeah, of course, Hoshi's Nerd Squad will definitely support you, and once you end up going live to do any artwork, we'll, watch and support and get some people to come in and, watch the stream, cuz that's what we
Awesome.
do. Yeah.
I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And let me ask you guys a question. Who was playing Devil May Cry last night?
That was
Yeah, I watched
Nikki.
that.
That was definitely Nikki.
Yeah, I watched that. That was pretty
I'm
cool. That
sorry,
was
it's like
pretty
my favorite
awesome.
game right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I
Sorry.
watched it. Yeah, I watched it last night. It was pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Yeah, she was,
Wait, wait, hold
streaming.
on.
Speaking of Devil May Cry, there she goes.
Oh, yes, that is awesome.
I
That is
love
awesome.
him.
She and I
I have Dante
cosplayed.
video
She and
too.
I cosplayed the boys before the
Wait, I
pandemic.
have Dante too.
Yeah, because I think you guys did that what a couple years ago, right?
We did in
2 years ago.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
did.
because I saw you post some of that stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
That cosplay, your cosplays are pretty good. Like they're really good.
She did Virgil. I did a female Dante. And
Hmm.
Danny and I actually worked on the Rebellion sword. So the Rebellion sword that I made, Danny
Oh, my
actually helped
favorite
me
sword,
out
yeah.
with. And I customized toy guns and made them into ebony and ivory.
Yes, yes, I saw that one. I was like, I think you used the same guns that what's his name, Chris Cosplay used.
I think so. But yeah, there she goes. She's over here pulling out Virgil's jacket.
That is awesome.
I actually won that for her on eBay.
She
I
did.
won that. Yeah,
Oh my
we
god.
were
I'm falling
hunting for
over.
a jacket, and she needed one, and I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can win one for you. Just send me the money for it if I win it cheap. She's like, my budget is under 85. I won it for $45.
Wow,
I won it for
that is
Mm-hmm.
nice.
$45. Yeah. So she ended up getting it. We put the whole, cosplay together, and then mine's was really tricky because like I didn't want to pay like $200 for like a Dante jacket, and Danny's like, "Hey, I have a red trench coat. You could use that, and we can, do a few things on it." And
Sure.
I bought little pieces and made my own, like buckles to attach, ebony and ivory. And a friend of mine ended up buying some toy guns for me. Uh, I had to get them all sanded down, get the colors on it, and print out, the little images right on it with like a gold marker. And I did the guns, and she and I like from Eva foam and a piece a wooden rod and things like that, put ebony and the rebellion sword together,
And then she
and
made
it's a
you
big
Yamato.
sword. Oh yeah, I made that for her. I made her Yamato sword.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did
I
you use for like the base? You like was that a wooden dowel?
We did a foam, it was a foam board and then a wooden dowel in the middle, and
Uh
then
huh.
cover it up in the Eva foam, and make sure that everything is sturdy so that she could be able to swing it around. And I did the same thing with mine. So mine's is a tiny bit heavier because I wanted to make sure that my sword was big, like really big. And then Danny over here did Lucia from Devil May Cry
From
2.
the second game, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I know this is gonna look crazy. Hold on, you guys. You can see my leg.
Hey.
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 Okay.
It's kind of, they got kind of beat up here, but I have my.
Yeah, she made her swords.
Wow, that is awesome. Like, how'd you make
Mm.
that? Was that through with foam as well?
Yep, just
That
foam.
is awesome.
I
Like, I've been watching
remember.
a lot of YouTube channels with like Odin makes, Chris's cosplays. Like, I love watching those stuff because I see some of their creativity. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had the gulls to do that kind of stuff. Like, I just don't have like my creativity is just stuck with art, like on the paper. I don't think I can bring it into the 3D world.
See, I used to do the art stuff. I mean, we had an art class together. So I used to do the art stuff. I can't do the art stuff anymore. You see me even with a hand brace. I can't do the art stuff anymore because I have carpal tunnel. But I'm not even supposed to be doing this prop stuff and I'm still doing it. I mean it's terrible. I mean, I remember Danny and I just like we're trying to use this wannabe Dremel to try to like get through the
Mhm.
sword, and then I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh my god, my hand. And she's like, we gotta get it done, but we gotta get it done. And I'm telling you, but it's like you have like you're crying in the middle of getting stuff done, but we still do it anyway. Get burned with hot glue, get pinched with needles. Danny laughs because she's the seamstress of the group, and I mean, no, she's amazing. I'm gonna say that.
Mhm.
She's amazing. And she does a lot of the
Thank
stuff.
you.
You're welcome. She actually did her outfit for Lucia. So she ended up, doing all the whole entire like stuff where she could be able to put, her blades and all of that. I remember running to the pharmacy having to get silver nail polish because her paint chipped, and we're over here in the convention table
I remember hearing
painting.
about that.
And you were wondering, like, what are you guys doing with nail polish? Oh, we're painting the blade. It's like
Oh man, that's awesome.
it's
Hey, but you
it's
know what?
a
All
fun
that
thing.
pays off in the end.
Oh
You
yes.
guys had fun, and
Mm.
I mean, like you had that experience over there at that convention with when you got praised on your cosplay. You know what I mean? That all. At the end of the day, it just matters that you express yourself and that you guys have fun. That we all have fun doing what we got to do. You know.
We need you to come out to a con.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Speaking
Because we
of,
got some
now
cosplaying
we're talking
going
about
on for next year.
Go ahead, Danny.
what. Um, what cosplay would you do? Like
If
who
you
would be your
Me,
decided
first
to ever cosplay, yes.
one? Your top
well, I have to be something big. I don't know. I'll probably go as
outfit that
maybe
you would want to
Hellboy
do.
or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, I would probably do a Hellboy. He's big enough. Yeah, I'd definitely do something like that. Or I don't know, maybe go a little unconventional and actually do like thing from Fantastic Four.
oh
See, yeah.
wow.
And it's
Mm.
easier to hide the size. That'd be.
Well, hey, the size nowadays does not even matter for cosplay.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I could probably just like go with some thin armor and just pretend to be a
Mhm.
Hulkbuster.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, but definitely, I would definitely do it. I would definitely do it. Actually, a couple years back, I was
Mhm.
trying to go to the San Diego Comic Con,
Oh wow.
because my younger sister lived out there,
Mhm.
and she was talking about going. I was like, all right, let's check it out. But I unfortunately wasn't able to make it, so
Oh
it
wow.
sucked. It sucked, but I heard it was good.
Mm.
Yeah, we
And
we
we'll see.
haven't we haven't done any like big, cons yet, but hopefully, next year it will be, you know, NYCC, and, you know, maybe it's a possibility you could probably make it to one of those cons and we'll end up seeing you there.
Probably, yeah, most definitely.
That would be something
Um,
super fun.
Mhm.
it would definitely be fun.
Really, I think we
It'd
should
be
all
fun for
try.
sure.
What's everyone
Yeah,
else
I think
playing
at this
next
moment we're
year?
all just gonna try to see if maybe this pandemic thing gets a little better because here in Florida,
Ooh, I've heard.
COVID is still it's still alive
Mhm.
and kicking,
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
alive and kicking. So it's like I don't think I'm gonna be
Just
traveling anytime soon.
Knuckles is over here in our Twitch right now. I'm seeing him on the chat, and he's telling us to definitely do
awesome.
NYCC and San Diego. Now, see,
You guys,
you will not
Hey,
catch
let's
me in
do San
Cali
Diego.
anytime soon, but I will definitely go to NYC. I will be. I'm actually gonna be closer to New York, so you know, because that's where I'm moving back to Jersey. So I'll be closer to New York. So hopefully we do end up doing NYCC. But you know, we are planning a lot of like cosplay things and stuff. We'll actually be discussing that next week. So next Saturday we're discussing that, Danny and I, some new cosplay. So we're not going to talk about that now, but we'll talk about it next Saturday. Yeah,
Maybe I'll have Jill done by then.
probably, probably. We never
I hope so.
know. I hope so.
I mean, I got Leon over here, so if we're doing Resident Evil cosplays, I got Leon over here.
All right, girls. Any other questions? I mean, we still have about good 43 minutes so far going. I mean, we're trying to clear the whole
oh,
hour, but any other questions you
we
guys?
just a shout out. Super J22, gifting
Hey, hey,
a
hey.
sub
Oh, we got
and
subs.
Super
Wait.
JP. And
We
then
did?
also we got some bits dropped by Hero
Woo!
Experiment. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Woo, thank you.
Yay! Thanks. Thanks,
Oh
guys.
shit, Super J just
Yeah, they gifted you a sub.
gave us something to me, guys.
Yeah, they
Oh,
gifted you a sub on
thank you
Twitch.
so much. Yeah, thanks, Super
We
J.
appreciate that, guys. The chat is lit. We got 10 views going on. The chat
Hey.
is
Nice,
litty. The
nice,
chat
nice.
is litty. Yeah, and right after this
Woo.
podcast, I'm actually gaming. So y'all need to watch that because I'm gaming right when we're done here. 5 minutes later, I'm gonna jump into a stream. I do not know exactly what I'm gaming. I don't know if I'm doing Hearthstone. I don't know if I am doing Gems of War. I don't know. I'm just gonna do some type of stream, but I'm streaming because Saturdays is my stream day. But we decided, hey, let's do a podcast. So you know, everybody's
This was
Contemplating
awesome.
doing a
This was
stream
fun.
also. I don't know, but
yeah. So I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
think I'm
definitely
gonna need
game.
to
I
check out Twitch.
completely.
You guys are definitely convincing me on the Twitch whole platform.
Well,
Yeah, do
next
it.
week, next week is our 1 year being affiliate in Twitch. So we're kicking off an entire celebration starting Monday. Danny's actually gonna kick it off because that's her stream day, and we're going to have gaming. We're gonna do you know, the pot. We're gonna do a self care. We're gonna call it the pajama party self care on Saturday, and she and I are gonna end up doing like little face
I
masks and
love
things
it.
like that. Girl, she already with the PJs.
Hmm. I'm so
um,
sorry. I just showed my foot.
yeah, we're gonna be doing the podcast and gaming, some music. So it's gonna be really fun, really fun.
Hey, that's something we didn't talk about. Music.
Yes, we can
Right.
definitely talk about that. We can
Hmm.
definitely go ahead and talk about that. So let's see. Now from what I remember, I know that you were very into hip hop, but anything else that you are into that I don't know of?
Uh, hey, well, nowadays I'm actually into all kinds of music. The only thing I don't like is mumble rap. I cannot stand
Ooh,
mumble rap.
Nikki glad to that because she already knows
And
my
I was like, we
opinion on
certainly here for
that.
the old school.
Yeah, no, I definitely like the old school stuff though. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm very nostalgic when it comes to music. I definitely go old school hip hop. Um, Tupac, Biggie. Going all the old classics. Big L, Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I mean?
Big
I definitely
Pun.
go old. Oh yeah, Big Pun for
Yes.
sure. Yeah, definitely old school hip hop. I really love it. But then I also listen to like old school rock. Like
Oh
Led
yes.
Zeppelin,
Yes.
Leonard Skinner, even Lone Star. That's like old school country.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
You gotta join me in the death metal scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's into her death metal. She loves her death metal.
Death metal.
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't know. You know what? To be honest with you, if I had to choose between death metal and mumble rap, I would definitely choose death metal.
I
Yay!
think I would choose that 10 times as well cuz
Well, this is the perfect time to say if you want to listen to death metal, listen to these guys. Wait, it's not showing up on my screen. There it is. Wait, this is the one to check out. If you want to do death metal, that's the one to check out.
or you could just end up getting together with me and Danny when we end up doing prop stuff and start singing to in sync songs.
Oh, I can do that too. Hey, I grew up on pop.
Yeah, so did I. Unfortunately, I had two
Oh
sisters.
my gosh.
Hey, but I can't knock on it. I can't knock on it. There was a point in my time that I was actually into that kind of stuff. And, like I was a not gay, but definitely did like some of the pop music.
Whatever, all of these boys in high school were so like wishing that they could end up dating Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Let me not even start with that.
Hold up, Christina Aguilera, I could definitely see it, but Britney Spears, come on now.
Woo! Just fighting words now.
Right.
No, but it's fun. I mean, I love music, and music's actually one of the things that get me through. I have an hour and a half ride to and from work every day, and that's what keeps me going.
Wow.
Keeps me going. But I definitely love it, man. Like you're out on the road, I'm listening to old school rock. I got Eagles playing. I got some other stuff like Wild. Wait, yeah, was it Wild Things? I think Wild Things. Um, a whole bunch of stuff, man.
See, I wasn't aware that you were into this type of music because I was into this type of music because of my mom. But see, I could never end up telling anyone that I was into this type of stuff because they would think was even more weird. So I
Well,
grew up with
yeah,
all of that.
that's exactly why I did it. I mean, I didn't talk to anybody. Well, I mean, my brother was a DJ back in the day, so I listened to a lot of songs,
Oh
a
wow.
lot of music. My sisters were both, they were both much older than me, and so they
Mhm.
were all into the clubbing scene and everything. And so both my sisters were always listening to the club type music and pop music and stuff like that. My oldest brother was just like an old rock hard, heavy metalist type dude. So it's like Metallica, Led Zeppelin. That was all in
Yeah, Metallica.
everything.
All day, yes.
It was all day, like that was the kind of stuff he would listen to. Anything in that kind of. So it's like I kind of pick up from everywhere. But growing up, where I grew up and how I grew up, yeah, definitely hip hop was a big influence in my life. Actually, it translates a lot into my art style. So, but yeah, I definitely hip hop was the thing for me. That was my main source, my main go to.
Awesome. 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 See, I learned something new. I learned something new. Yeah, I did. I'm like, wait, I was not aware that you were into, all of that, OG, rock stuff. Cause I grew up and, listening to all of that. My mom, was is really into all that and, the all the punk stuff as well. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, one of my favorite bands to this day. I mean, unfortunately, what happened with the lead singer was Linkin Park. You
Oh,
know, I was
that
Oh,
was
listening
something we always
to.
actually listened to when we were in school. So it's crazy. I mean, I think
Yeah,
everyone around our age range was just like Linkin Park was just the thing like that. Like
the Linkin
everyone was.
Park Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
mix-off.
Oh yeah. Oh my
yeah.
God. Yes. You took it
Yeah,
back.
see, that was another thing that's what I really loved. Is like they had that unique style.
Mhm.
Yeah, they go so different. So people like so many different people actually related to the Linkin Park songs.
Right.
Yeah, you listen to the songs, the anime style, and the videos that they use. Some of those things, and then you had the remixes and stuff. Like they were very urbanly artistic, and they definitely had a really huge taste in anime and all that other stuff. So it's like they were my favorite. Every time back in the day, every time I would throw down and do some artwork or whatever, I put what was it? What was the second album? I think it was Breaking Habits or something like that. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember. Meteora, I think
I
it was
think.
called.
Yeah.
Yes, I would throw that down. That's where
Yeah,
Breaking
yeah, it was Meteora
Breaking
because
Habits
Hyper
was
Theory
really
was the
good.
first one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, Hybrid Theory was my jam. I love the remixes too, but like Meteority was definitely the one I would throw on when I was just wanted to draw because like it got me down, it got me into the groove, and I was like, yeah, this is the thing.
Awesome. All right, girls. Anything
Mhm.
else? We have like probably like 6 minutes left or so. 6, 7 minutes left. So anything else you guys
Do
want to
we have any
ask?
questions from the chat also? Is there
Everybody's,
questions?
everybody's just typing, their, favorite, music genres. That's what they're typing on the chat.
Oh,
Everybody's just hyping it up.
I think Knuckles says favorite musical artist of all time, but I think we just
Oh,
asked
he
that.
wants us to ask you favorite music artist of all time.
Ooh, it depends on what genre.
You gotta
Um,
drop a genre, Nux.
no, honestly, right now I'm probably gonna go a little cliche, and even though I'm like I really like the hip hop, so I'll definitely go say my favorite artist right now, and it would definitely have to be Eminem.
Oh yes.
I know there's a lot of mixed feelings, but the dude's the goat. I mean, we can't knock on it. He's like what 40, 50, going on 60 now, and he's still making music.
Mhm.
Dude's awesome. And he just recently dropped a track with Nas, who's another one of my biggest favorite rappers. It's a legit piece. Is really, really, really good song. I don't know if you guys heard it yet.
I haven't actually. I didn't
Not
even know
yet.
that he ended up doing a track with Nas, but I would so
Yeah,
end up looking
actually
forward to that.
it's called EPMD 2. You guys can put it up on YouTube. It's
Mm.
fire. It's fire.
I'm
Actually,
definitely
it's
gonna look that up.
Nas, Eminem, and EPMD.
Nice, nice.
It's fire track. Actually, Nas came out with a brand new album, so it's like that's one of the singles on there.
The chat is asking some questions for you before the podcast is over. Okay, so let's see. Someone just asked if you were stuck in an island and had to listen to one person or one band for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Linkin Park. I can listen to them
Oh,
all day.
we just got a
All
gifted
day.
sub. We just got a gifted sub. Okay,
Hey.
Yay!
so he said that he said that Linkin Park would be the one that he will be listened to for the rest of his life in an island. All right. Nikki, Danny, anything else you guys want to ask? Okay. There's another question.
Yeah, you
Wait.
said you're living in Florida right now, right? Oh.
Yeah.
There's another question. Wait, 1 second. There's another question. They asked, "What would you do to survive a zombie apocalypse?"
Nah, I wouldn't. You're surviving in a zombie apocalypse. I don't know. Like, you
Bring
see my
me.
size? I'm huge. I'm huge.
I'm
Danny's
prepared. I'm
ready.
stocked.
Okay.
I got
Danny
some
is
tools.
ready.
You're set. Just bring me. Anyone.
Yeah,
Oh,
if I
bring
can,
me.
if I can get to use that katana there that you had, yeah, for sure. I'll bring you around.
She
Oh wait,
is like she's like the most innocent out of all of us, but as soon as we
here we go.
said zombie apocalypse, she's like, "Wait, bring
Yep.
me."
She's got the sword. I've got the muscles, and whatever else. I don't
Like
know.
they say, you gotta be careful the quiet one. So
That's
Yeah.
some
facts.
truth to that.
That's facts. That's facts.
All right. So in the zombie apocalypse, you got You got the quiet one. You got the muscles. You got the one with the arsenal, and then you got me with the lunch meat. And then what about you, Mel? What do you got?
Oh my God. Someone just give me a gun. But just give me a really big boomstick. Just a really big one. A really big one. Give me something
Ooh,
like Scarface style. I just want to blast all of the zombies. And I'm okay. Then I'll be
you know
happy.
that's the one thing I can't stand is that zombies like I hated
The
zombies
boomstick.
growing up. I hated it all. I hated it all. And the reason why I did is because like it's the one thing that I know that is possible and could actually happen. Like I don't know, it's like if you guys ever thought about it that way, but like most zombie apocalypse movies talk about one little thing. I mean, think about it. We just had the pandemic that went worldwide.
Right.
What if that was something like a zombie, attack or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible,
Craziness.
and that's
Yeah.
freaky.
Craziness. It is. All right,
If
guys
it
in the
was a
chat.
zombie apocalypse,
Right.
what I
Guys
will
in the
say, if it
chat.
was a zombie apocalypse, Chris Redfield would be right here in my house. So
Oh, girl? I can't with
okay.
her. Okay, let's see. We're just checking to see if there's any other questions. All right, girls, go ahead. Any other questions that you guys want to ask before our live stream is over while anyone in the chat decides to drop some questions?
I actually do. So if you were to get your Twitch channel up, would you be doing like live art? Because I always find that like very fascinating, like watching in real time.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That is definitely one of the things I'm trying to look into do is that if I do a Twitch channel, which I'm probably gonna most likely do, you guys definitely convinced me of that. Um, is definitely gonna be on art. I mean, that's the one thing that I'm most passionate about. That's the one thing that I kind of like want to be able to, show people the full steps. You know what I mean? It's most likely going to be streaming of me creating content for the YouTube channel, but definitely live art stuff. I mean, I can't say I'm a great gamer, so I don't want to put myself on stream for gaming.
All of us aren't great gamers either. We just do it for fun, you
Oh
know?
no.
I mean, unless you give me the old stuff, then that I will end up, running through no problem. But, once we end up just getting into something, like, we just keep playing it, and it doesn't matter. Like, a lot of us just don't game just because, we're great gamers. We just do it for fun.
Just do it for fun.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, my phone looks like it's about to die too. So
Ooh. Yeah,
Oh
and right now we
no!
just our podcast just ended. Basically, we already passed the 1 hour. So,
Oh, we did it.
yeah, we did. So, thank you for everyone that joined. 11 views, guys. 11 views.
Hey.
nice,
11
nice.
Oh
views.
my
Someone's
gosh!
asking over here. Oh, Knuckles is asking what's his favorite video game of all time.
Ah, well, I mean, definitely, I would say it'd have to be Legends of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Second favorite,
Yes.
I would say Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, yes, that's me. That's
Mm.
all me. I love my Final Fantasy. I love, 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 love my Final Fantasy. Always. I mean, if you guys were to see my screensaver on my phone.
All right, you got the remake of Cloud, okay? Now we need to get you the original one.
Oh, I have
Yeah, we gotta
I
get
had
the
the
Bucky
I
one.
have the original one on my laptop, actually. That's my backdrop. I have like OG, cloud on there.
Hey,
But
I'm not gonna knock on the remake. That was actually really good
I
though.
I love it. I love it. I love it, and I can't wait till like part two. And they're saying that they're probably going to bring it to like PS5. Oh my god! But I have to. I love it. I love all my Final Fantasy series though. I love 7, 8, and 9. 9 is like underrated. I can call it underrated, but I love it so much. Like, it's just a good one. But
Yep.
we're gonna end our live podcast because his phone's dying.
Yeah, sadly.
And Yeah, just you guys stay tuned. Like in about 10 more minutes, I'm gonna jump into a gaming stream. So if you guys want to stick around and watch that, I want you to stick around and watch that, of course. But yeah, 10 minutes from now, we're gonna end up jumping into a gaming stream. Uh, it was so nice having you for our first live podcast.
Hey, it was great being here. You
Yes.
guys are fun.
It was fun.
It was so fun, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed it. Seems that everybody did enjoy it because we have 11 viewers. So yeah, that's about it for the podcast. Stick around, guys, because we are going to be gaming in about 10 minutes. So see you guys in a bit.
Alrighty.
All right, so I'm going to put the. Let me go and put the stream really quick. Okay, guys. I have to unfortunately for a quick minute end the stream. So stay with me